Welcome to Nicko's Kitchen's What You Want. Today's recipe request comes in from my wife, and she has asked me to make some donut fries. So let's get started.
He's got budget meals Monday, what you want Wednesday, fast food Friday, what else could he share? It's Nicko's Kitchen where satisfying meals are prepared.
Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do on our donut fries is make our donut batter. Now, just into a large bowl, I've got some dried yeast, and I'm just going to be adding that in. You can find dried yeast in the section where you can find flour and sugar in your supermarket. And to the yeast, I'm going to be adding in some warm water. And I'm also going to be adding in some warm milk. And next, I'm also adding in some sugar. Now, I'm just going to give this just a quick mix around, and then I'm going to cover this with a tea towel or some cling wrap, and I'm going to leave it for about 10 minutes in a warm spot in the kitchen. So leave it at this stage for 10 minutes covered. So our milk and water and yeast mixture has been sitting for about 10 minutes, and you can see that it started to puff up. Now I'm going to be adding in some melted butter, and I'm also going to be adding in some eggs that I've just given a quick whisk. And now for our flour. I'm just using some plain flour, and just into a sifter here, I'm going to add our flour in. Sift that through. Now I'm just going to stir in Flour Mountain here with the wet mixture. Now we don't want it like a really runny mixture. We do want it to come together just like it is now to form a dough. Now once we've done that with our dough, we're going to leave this to rest again, but this time a lot longer, for 50 minutes. And what we're looking for is that dough mixture to increase in volume. So we're going to cover it again and leave it for 50 minutes. It's been 50 minutes now with our dough. It has increased in volume. And what I'm going to do now is just put this aside. We're going to flour our surface here. I'm just going to put some flour on there just like that. And I'm just going to put our dough just on the board. And now I'm going to knead the dough. So I'm going to knead this for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to pull it towards me, push back, pull it towards me, and push like that. Just keep doing that for 5 minutes on that floured surface. So after kneading our dough, you can see I've put it into, or separated the dough into 3 different parts. It just makes it a little bit easier to roll out, which is what I'm going to do now. So I just want to roll out our donut dough. And I don't want it too thin, but I don't want it too thick either. So we probably want it about that thick, because when we deep fry these donut fries, they will puff up in the frying process. So that's about where we want them. So just using a knife, I'm just going to cut our fry shapes, just like this. We've got our potato chip or potato fries shapes just like that. So that's what we're after, like a thick sort of steak chip or fry that we're after. So just keep repeating that process with the dough that you have, and then we can deep fry them. And I've got some vegetable oil here that's heating up. Now I don't want to overcrowd the oil, so I'm just going to layer in one at a time. Be very, very careful when you're putting them in. Now, these are only going to need about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. What we're looking for is nice and golden brown on the outside, and they will puff up a little bit too. So now that we've finished cooking, frying off our donut fries, this is where we really start to play around with people's minds, and this gets really, really fun. Normally with fries, you would season them with salt and pepper, but because these are sweet, we're going to season them with some sugar and some cinnamon. So just into a bowl, I'm going to be putting in some sugar, and for the pepper, I'm going to be putting in some cinnamon. And then while our donuts are still warm from the fryer, we're going to just roll them in that sweet seasoning. So just keep repeating that process. And now to really play on everyone's mind, we would normally have French fries or steak cut chips with either mayonnaise or ketchup tomato sauce to dip it in. Instead of ketchup and tomato sauce and mayonnaise, we're going to go for raspberry jam or strawberry jam and some double cream. So my wife saw the idea of donut fries as something really cool, and she wanted me to have a crack at them. And you know what? In the last 5 years of doing Nicko's Kitchen, my wife hasn't actually got on to Nicko's Kitchen for a request, so I think it's about time. But anyway, let's give these a taste. I'm going to just dip this in the cream, dip a little bit of it in the jam, and let's just go for it, shall we? Have a look at that. Beautiful and fluffy on the inside, just like a donut. But like I said before, you're really playing on everyone's mind. You know, they look like thick cut fries with the cream and the jam acting as the sauce and the mayonnaise. It's just a bit of fun, and it's very light-hearted sort of food. And you know what? It's going to get people talking, and they taste fantastic. So give them a try. All the ingredients for the donut fries are below. Give them a try. It's a great conversation piece at any dinner party. You guys take care, and I'll see you this Friday for another Fast Food Friday. So until then, take care.